Let's see if I reboot this. Power's going off. All right. Hello guys. So this video is to get around a problem with OpenStack when you're installing an all-in-one or multi-node using RDO PackStack. Currently, it's using the Juno version, and I'm using CentOS 7 here. If you try to install it using all the default settings, first you would install CentOS 7, and when you run through the installation, if you use automatic partitioning, what will happen is CentOS 7 by default will create a root partition and your home partition. The root partition would be substantially smaller than your home partition. Then when you install PackStack, OpenStack using PackStack, it installs OpenStack and for storage uses your root partition. So for instance, if you're using a 500 gigabyte hard drive, what will happen is it will set 450 gigs as your home partition, and then your root partition will be left with 50 gigabytes. Then when you install RDO PackStack and you log in and view how much space you have, it'll say you have 49 gigabytes. So this is just a quick workaround, and when you first install CentOS, we're just going to change the partitioning, and I'm just going to run through that and show you how easy it is. So here I'm booting up a CentOS 7. This is a minimal install ISO. I'm doing it on ESXi 5.5, but this is exactly the same as if you would just put a CD into the drive and just boot up with that. So let me just make this full screen and we'll run through it. Okay, so I'm just going to install CentOS 7 here. It's going to run through. So what this is right now, this is a computer with the CentOS 7 disk in the CD-ROM drive. It's booting up for the first time. I have a 500 gigabyte hard drive in here. All right, I'm just going to step through, and the thing you want to change is this right here. So we want to go into the system disk, okay, and instead of selecting automatically configure partitioning, I want to choose custom partitioning. So I'm going to click on I will configure this partition. All right, and now if you click done, it'll bring you here. All right, I'm going to have it automatically create the partitions for me. All right, now these are the automatic partitions that it created. If you can see, the default is for your home partition. On a 500 gig hard drive, it'll set 450 gigs on your home partition, and then your root partition has 50 gigs. All right, so what we're going to do is simply make this one smaller, and I'm just going to make my home partition 50 gigs, and then I'm going to make the root partition 450 gigs. That's it. It's pretty much that simple. So I'm going to click update selected. Okay, click done, and I'm going to accept changes, and now I'm done. Now I can step through the rest of this installation, and I'll just run through that just so that you can see how it installs, and then I'm going to actually do the install of OpenStack, and I'll step through that as well. So this is fine. I'm going to set up the HCP for now, and then we'll change the static. So I'll set that. I have another adapter. This is the second adapter, and we'll set that up later when we switch from an all-in-one configuration to a multi-node configuration. All right, I'm going to leave this as default, and we'll change all that later. So that's it. Now, when we once it is installed, you'll see that the partitions will have 50 gigs in your home partition, which won't be used if you're installing OpenStack on here. What will be used is this partition, which is now 450 gigs. All right, so I'm just going to kick off the installation. Okay, I'm going to set my passwords. Okay, CentOS 7 minimal installation is going through the process of installing. I'm just going to pause it here, and we'll be back as soon as it finishes.